he don't even have to approve before I do it. No, you don't own me.
Because I'm pretty sure that you were this way before he met you, and he cannot change that.
Yeah. And they'll be like, then I want to know who your guy is. Like, no, you don't even have to know him. You don't have the right. Hey, Nana, what is this? Oh, no. And he's also Nigerian.
Okay.
Hey, whoa, seriously?
What's up, guys? Hope you're doing great. This is your boy Mr Schultz. In today's video, yet another talk. Of course, you can see here the beautiful
Ohemaa.
All right. So Ohemaa is definitely who she can be perceived to be. She's a wonderful model, and we're going to talk about a lot of things right now. So just as always, I'm Mr Schultz, your host, and I'll be talking to Ohemaa. And Ohemaa is going to be allowed to do all the intro herself, so I'm not going to take anything from her. So, yeah. So Ohemaa, of course, you're going to give us a little bit about the background, your background, how you became who you are today, so that you can inspire others through this talk. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Hi guys, I'm Ohemaa and I'm here with Kobe. So that I'm here to talk about myself and how I became a model. So it all started in 2019, and I was on my way to buy, I think, medicine for my mom who was sick, and I met this man and he called me. I didn't answer because I'm not that kind of person who would just talk to a stranger. So I just went my way. So I came back and I saw the man standing there, and he called me again. I was like, oh, let me go. Maybe it's important. So I went and he was like, what's your name and where do you stay? And I'm like, sorry, what? And he was like, no, I didn't mean it in a bad way. I just want to know you.
Yeah.
You are unique. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm Nanama, and I stay just there. I showed him the direction. And he was like, okay, you have a nice body, nice face. Like, do you know anything about modeling? And I was like, no, not really. Like, I don't know anything about, but I've been following them. I've been following some models and I know some models.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, okay, cool. So will you believe if I tell you can be a professional model one day?
What was your response?
And I was like, are you serious? Like, are you joking? Me, a professional model? No, I'm not sure.
But before then, what were you doing actually?
Okay, I was helping my grandma.
Okay.
My grandma owns a provision store. So I was always there. If I'm not there, I'm home, just relaxing, watching some movies, those kind of things. I was not that serious that serious type girl. I liked outing. So my grandma would be like, this girl, eh? So will you make it in life? Those kind of things. So I was like, oh, yeah. So when the man saw me and he talked about modeling. I was like, okay, let me give it a try.
Okay.
And he was like, okay, thank you. So I gave him my contact, and so the next day he called me and he was like, he wants to meet my mom. And I was like, oh, then he's serious. So,
in fact, going through that channel, I think makes it a little bit convincing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, then this is the time I also have to be serious. So he came to my mom and he was like, I want to help your daughter become a model. And my mom was like, and I said, then what is that?
What is it about?
And he showed my mom a picture of Naomi Campbell.
Yeah.
Her videos, her page.
Yeah.
Adults, those top models. My mom was like, oh, wow. Hey, Nana, you can, oh, my daughter is coming to, oh, have fun.
I was like, oh, wow.
And I was like,
Because not so many parents will just agree.
I was like, Mom, are you serious?
Yeah.
And she's like, my daughter, international model. Be cool.
Of course.
Take care. And I was like, okay, if my mom is ready to do this, then let's do it.
Yeah.
So he's actually a Benin photographer.
Okay, the guy who spoke to you. Okay.
So he started with me. We took some pictures, So he went back to his country. That's the sad. Like, I was really sad because
You never got in contact with him again?
No, like we talk.
Yeah.
And like he was like a master to me, a
Yeah,
coach,
I understand.
a best friend, and all of a sudden
He's leaving.
so I was really sad. And I was like, if he's not here, I'm not sure I can get to where I want to
You want to
be.
get to him?
So
Yeah.
I don't know. And I was just there. He created my page. He helped me. So I was there, and this photographer, Mr. Schultz.
Yeah.
Mr. Schultz sent me a DM on my IG page. So I went through his pictures and I was like, oh wow, let me give it a try. So we went, and that's when I had my first beach bikini shoot.
Okay.
So I met this girl, Tabitha Tiwa on IG, something like that.
She's also a model?
Yeah, so we became friends.
Okay.
So that she's the first model friend I met in
Yeah.
person. So we became, and she's also a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian. She's also like we had that connection.
Yeah.
So we had a shoot, and after that, like I was like, oh wow, I have the spirit. I have everything.
Everything, every kind of encouragement and motivation.
Okay, so
yeah, from all angles.
photographers will come. I'll be like, oh wow, I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then so that time, like I was dyeing my hair. My hair was like.
So wait, you had your hair on before the photographer met you?
Yeah, I had my hair on.
Because you guys, I'm sure that you guys want to know the story behind that. Yeah.
So the thing is, at first, I was dyeing it.
Okay.
I wasn't doing that braiding thing. No, that was my thing. I was dyeing it, and I was like, I met this woman on Twitter. I don't know her page, but I was like, this is so beautiful. And the woman was like, she's a goddess. Like, she's very beautiful. To be frank, she's beautiful. And I was like, I want to be like her.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my mom, I want to go back.
Did she support you this time?
And she's like, in my house. Oh, because no, I'll not allow that.
And I'm sure that you had to show her a picture for her to
And I
believe.
showed her the picture.
Yeah.
She's like, wait, I've seen it. No, it won't suit you. No, you are beautiful the way you are. And I'm like, let me give it a try.
Yeah.
And my mom, sorry guys, I didn't talk about my dad because my dad is no more. Sorry. My dad died when I was 12 years old. Yeah. So I was holding my dad's picture, and I was like, I wanted to test my mom, and I was like, my dad, my dad was.
So you actually did that on purpose.
My dad, he will allow this thing. My mom was like, and whenever my mom hears about my dad, he will allow everything. Like, he will just go on and do it.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, do your thing. I want to go do it.
So it worked.
My grandma was like, my grandma was the one who gave me the idea. So I looked at my grandma like,
okay.
You did
it. So it worked. Yeah.
So
in fact, she knows her daughter more than you do.
So she was like, okay, so when is it going to happen? And I was like, tomorrow. She's like, oh, so we now check Accra, do it next week. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it next week. So all of a sudden, this shoot came. I had to shoot with I think there's this one minister. Her daughter is a events planner.
Okay.
Yeah, and she was like, she wants me to be in her project.
Yeah.
And for that, I would have to use my blonde hair.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, cool. So I would have to wait.
A while before you go bald.
So we did it after everything. And the girl was like, no, you have to be in Afro wig.
All right.
Yeah, because that suits you, your skin, you know, the kind of concepts we want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like and I was like, okay, cool. That means I have to do my thing. So I waited small before I
You had to shave it.
yeah, so we did it and it was great. Like, you have to see it. It was great. Like, and I got money from it. And that was my first
paid project
to work with a designer, a famous designer, makeup artist, you know, those things.
A whole set of people from different departments coming together to work on a project. Yeah.
And I was very happy. And I did that work with one of my best friend, Valentina.
Okay.
World Top Model winner. Wow. She's my best friend. So I did that work with her and it was great.
It was wonderful.
So after that, and I was like, no, I have to stick to my plan.
I have to shave it regardless.
If the devil likes it or not, I'll do it.
You're gonna still do it. Yeah.
So I did it.
You did it. And how was the reception? How did people receive?
You know, like,
yeah.
When I was doing it, I told the barber.
Yeah.
You know something, I don't want to be in the mirror. So like,
you don't want to see
no,
the process.
So let's do it somewhere else. And he was like, no, you are too beautiful. Like, it will suit you. Like, I don't know who a picture, like the thing. So like, it would be nice. And I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. So I was sitting there and we did it.
Did you close your eyes throughout?
Oh God. See if you know. And when I opened my eyes, I was like, oh wow. I'm beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Oh God. I didn't know I was so beautiful. Like, I was like, then. Yeah, I was beautiful. Like, it was like a different
different look altogether, different feeling, a new feeling. Yeah. In fact, here in our region where we live in Ghana, you know, it's not common. Yeah. So having the confidence to actually go in to do this, I'm pretty sure that when you go home, there was a lot of excitement, and there's definitely a story behind that. On your way going, yeah.
I met this man, and he knows me very well, and he knows I'm a shy person. And
could he recognize you?
Yeah.
Immediately?
Yeah. And he was like,
okay.
Hey! Nana! What is this? Oh, and he's also Nigerian.
Okay.
Hey, whoa! Seriously? My mom told him I was going to do it, but he didn't know. He thought it was a joke.
It was a joke.
Oh, but it's nice. And I was like, are you sure, uncle? He's like, oh, thank you. And I went, so, because I know him. If he knows, he's a frank person.
Yeah.
So if he thinks something is not right, he will just tell you.
Right there.
Or no, I catch him and say, oh. I was like, I don't even mind what anybody's going to say.
As long as he has approved of it, you're fine.
So I went home and my grandma was like, my goddaughter is here. Look how beautiful she is. And I was like, thank you, Granny.
And I can't wait to hear what your mom said.
My mom was not home.
Oh, okay.
So I tied my hair and I went to sleep because like I was very tired that day.
Yeah.
So my mom came back home and she was asking of me. We are two. I'm the firstborn.
Yeah.
And I have a little sister. And she was not home, Dad. She was with my auntie for some vacations. You know?
Okay.
So when she came home, she was like, where is Nana? And my granny was like, she's in her room. So she gave the first thing my mom did. I was asleep.
Mm-hmm. Have a look at it.
And like, she was laughing. So her laughter woke me up.
Okay.
And me who saw Shin, I was like, oh, ma, how do I look? And she's like, oh, it's not that bad. But like, And I'm like, if you are complimenting me, do it.
Do it. If you don't like it, say it as well.
And she was like, oh, no, it's nice. Like, you look great. And I was like,
then that's
my
it.
family approve. Oh,
they don't care about whatever
my brand.
Any external person would say.
So
yeah,
I posted a video of it on my WhatsApp status, and one photographer saw it, and he was like, "Oh wow! I was even thinking you can do this, so you can do this shoot. well done, bravo. And I was like, hey, let's do it. So we did a first, second, and now the photographers came. Like,
You're coming one after the other like that.
I need a blonde girl. I need
A bald
bald
girl,
girl for my shoots. And I'm like, okay, what is that about? Like, and for me, I'm very picky when it comes to photographers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very picky. So I was there in this international band. They sent me a DM on my email. And they were like, they want to work with me if I have a passport. And I'm like, yeah, I have a passport. But that whole time, my mom was not feeling well. And I'm the first born. And I was like, I can't travel that time because of my mom's condition. I have to take care of her. So they told me, so I'm not available. I was like, I'm so sorry. You can do it next time.
Okay.
And they're like, okay. So I was just there, living my life, doing my thing, being a model, living life, going out, those things. And a German photographer sent me a message. And she was like, she likes me and she wants to come to Ghana.
And have a shoot with you.
And I'm like, okay, I'm always say, whenever you come, just call me.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. So she came to Ghana. And when she was coming to Ghana, I think she was having this company she works with. It's a brand company, a clothing
line company.
Like, she was like, okay, I have this work for you. And I'm like, okay, let's talk. So we talked about it and she brought the costumes. We had a shoot and it came out very nice.
Wonderful.
So when we did that shoot, other designers called her and they were like, oh, I want to work with you and the model you had a shoot with, And I'm like, she called and like, oh, cool, let's do it. And we did it. So for that German photographer, I'm Miriam. She's also Miriam.
Okay.
And she's like, Ohemaa, do you know something? Here in Ghana, you are my best model. I really like you. And I'm like, thank you. Like, you don't know how much I miss you.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you
can
very
tell.
much. So she was like a big sis, a friend to me.
Yeah.
So she's now in Germany. She went back.
All right. But are you still in contact with her?
Yeah.
Okay.
We always talk. So that's it.
So in fact, looking at how receptive your family was, then even getting more deals with photographers because of your new look, I'm pretty sure that you can motivate anyone who is in a dilemma, deciding either to go bald or still maintain because of some obvious reasons.
Some people actually want to do it.
Yeah.
But they are afraid because of the kind of country we are in.
Yeah, that's the one most.
The thing is, you don't have to listen to someone. No, they will discourage you.
Of course.
Do your thing. If it makes you happy, don't mind them. For me, I meet some people, they will be like, are they going to have cancer now? Is she having cancer?
Really?
Look at this girl. She looks like a man. What is this? And I'll just look at them and I'll smile at them. And I don't know, they'll be like, oh, they'll feel guilty because...
Yeah. I mean, it's not right to say that. You don't just say that about someone.
You. I'll just smile at you. Because sometimes I think people get offensive because... No, you don't even know the person. So you don't have to talk trash about him
the person.
or her.
Let alone let the person even hear that you're saying this about them.
See, guys, you don't have to listen to someone or look at what someone is doing.
And some conditions and some obstructions.
If you want to do it, and if you have the spirit, you have the courage to do it, please do it. Because, you don't know what you're going to get from that thing you are going to do. You don't know. Because I'm not sure if I was still on blonde hair, I would have gotten so many opportunities I got.
Like you got.
Yeah. So I'll just tell them to stick to their plan. If they want to do it, they should have the courage to do it. And it will help them. At the
Yeah,
end of the
definitely.
day, you I must said it. Don't worry.
So, guys, I mean, you heard it all. Ohemaa said a lot. Particularly in where we are in our country, it's very difficult to even surpass the contradictions and the
Romance to go
differences
about.
from home, let alone stepping outside for people to
And
actually
some people even be like,
receive
so
you. Uh-huh.
is your guy like? Does your guy knows like?
This is
do
how
thing?
you are. Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like, he don't even have to approve before I do it. No, you don't own me. Don't worry.
Because I'm pretty sure that you were this way before he met you, and he cannot change that.
Yeah. And they'll be like, then I want to know who your guy is. Like, no, you don't even have to know him. You don't have the right. Like,
Yeah.
you won't even stand still when you see him. Like, you hide yourself.
It's an insult, in fact. It's
Like,
a big insult to
how can
talk
you
about
tell
that.
me like you want to know my guy because of how I look?
How you look.
No,
Very
it
wrong.
doesn't
Just
make
because you
sense.
can't do it doesn't mean that anybody else
Someone
shouldn't.
can do it.
Yeah, true. So, I mean, guys, I'm pretty sure that if you are looking forward to become a model, to, of course, grace this kind of look, I mean, from Ohema's story and her inspirational, background on how she became who she is today, and looking at even the number of opportunities that she has had come her way by virtue of how she looks, I'm pretty sure that you're motivated. And this is what we actually do over here on Creative Chat. We go into the lives of fellow creatives so that they get us inspired with their story. And this has been Creative Chat. I've been your host, Kobe Schultz. I'm going to catch you next time, the next video. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
See ya.